Hi you guys, sorry that I couldn't be here this afternoon. Just wanted to give you a quick video on how you need to kind of access our next activity. So last class period we took notes on our synthesis essay, and so next class period you're going to write your first synthesis essay, and it will be on a gender topic. We're not necessarily finished with the gender unit, but this is just kind of another thing that we're going to do in this unit. So it's a synthesis essay on a topic related to gender. So I wanted you to practice this afternoon with looking at the way that the essay looks and how the sources are typed out and how you need to plan for it. So in just a little bit you're going to get one of these packets, one of these synthesis packets, and they're double-sided. And each color represents a different year. So I just want you to grab any random one. There should be enough for you to choose. It doesn't really matter. They're all basically the same as far as how they look. They have different prompts though. So you're gonna take one of the prompts and you're just going to read it. Read the prompt, read what it's asking you to do. The synthesis essay, much like a argument essay, which we talked about last class period with the notes, you need to set up a T-chart of some sort. So not necessarily a pro-con, yes, no, but whatever the two sides are. The ones for synthesis are slightly more complicated. Again, we talked about this only because you have the evidence in front of you from which to draw. So in the space provided down here, I'd like you to make a T-chart and try to come up with the two sides for what your prompt is asking. And then you're going to read through the sources. The sources are, there's 6 or 7 sources. Read through them, highlight them, decide how they support the claims you make in your T-chart. So you're still making subclaims, but your evidence is going to be more like source A, source C, source B, instead of evidence from our text like you would do for an argument essay or from yourself. You can still use current events in yourself as evidence, but you certainly need to use at least 3 of the sources in your planning, okay? So you're going to plan, you're going to read through the sources, think about any evidence that you would use if you were writing this essay for me, because this is exactly what you're going to do on next class period when you write the synthesis essay for me. So that should take you about 15 to 20 minutes. I'd like you to try to keep as close as you can to that time, which means you got to read fast. Okay. When you're finished, I want you to go to AP Central and look at some essays that your peers from those years wrote. So on the screen here, you're just going to go to apcentral.collegeboard.com. You'll go to AP Courses and Exams, Course and Exam Pages. Scroll down to AP English Language, and you'll click on the exam. Then, using the year that you picked up, so if you got the green year, and this one's 2007, then you'll just go down to 2007. If you have Form B, it'll tell you you have Form B. So this one is the one I have in front of me is not Form B, so I'll click on 2007 with free response questions. All right, so synthesis is the first question that you will write an essay on. So you'll go to sample responses for Q1. If I were to click on free response questions, you'd see what you have in hard copy right here. Okay, so you'll go to sample responses. And then here's the rubric. And then here are the 3 essays that they've provided for you. Just like last time, the first one is the best one, the second one is the second best, and the third one is the least effective. So I want you to read the essays for the prompt that you planned for and see how an essay is kind of put together for this. I think that will help you for next class period. There's counter-argument, there's evidence from the 3 sources, sprinkled in these at different levels of effectiveness. And then using the handout that the sub is going to hand out here in a second, I want you to grade these essays. I want you to tell me what's good about these essays, and I want you to tell me what's bad about them, and then I want you to score them. And that's what you're going to turn in today for a classroom participation, classroom activity points today. So turn that in, so make sure you get through that. And that, I think, again, that kind of that cognition about it, that thinking about the thinking that's been done, again, will help you. Now, at the bottom, I'm not going to lie to you, there are the scores. Okay, the scores for these 3 essays are at the very, very bottom. Okay, I would caution you to avoid looking at those. I want you to avoid looking for those. Right off the bat, I want you to try to score them first, and then you can kind of compare yourself to what the actual AP graders gave those individual essays, okay? So try to keep that at the back of your mind. Just know that it does exist down there. All right, so you'll turn in that little planning sheet. I would show it to you on the screen here if I had it copied yet, but I don't. And just know that your homework is to kind of prepare for that synthesis essay as best you can. You could always look through more essays here on apcentral.collegeboard.com. Have a great class. Hope you enjoyed the activity from earlier, and I will see you on I'll see you on Tuesday. All right, bye-bye.